I was surprised to hear that there were 19 public school systems in the country, 19 states that still allow corporal punishment in the schools.
Yes.
Is that something that happens with any frequency in those schools?
It happens, according to a Huffington Post report, it happens every 20 seconds, reportedly, and reporting is not mandatory, and it happens every 4 minutes to the point of medical attention being needed. It is rampant in this country.
Can you give us a specific example of one of these instances happening in a public school system?
I'm thinking about it. He was in Mississippi, and he was paddled, and he was hit so hard that he kind of fainted and fell forward and knocked his teeth out. So it shows you how a child can be seriously injured by these paddlings. They're not just little pops on the butt. A lot of the kids have big black and blue bruises on their buttocks.
What did the young man do to make the teacher hit him?
I don't recall, actually.
I mean, do you think it's racism?
I'll give you some statistics.
Yeah.
Okay, black Americans make up 17% of the entire American school child population, and we receive almost 50% of it. Native Americans, I'll give you an example in Robeson, in the state of North Carolina. They make up 2% of the population of Native Americans, and they have found they're getting 35%.
But aren't the people in those districts that are primarily Native American or black more likely to have Native American and black teachers?
It may be so, and it's black teachers beating them, white teachers beating them.
So how can it be racism if it's black on black?
Because the school board members are the ones who are allowing it, and they are white. We have teachers hired that are actually pedophiles. They're on record as pedophiles and child abusers in these locations. The teachers who are fired because they did something that they ought not are the ones that get sent to these schools.
When you have paddling, they use it for all kinds of reasons. Kids have been paddling for circling words instead of underlining words, for having short tails out.
So just for errors in their papers and stuff?
Yes,
going up the
low
wrong
test.
stairway or being late to class or making low grades.
Do you have one of the paddles? I saw somebody carrying a paddle.
Well, this is a broken one, but this is actually smaller than what they normally use.
Can I see that?
From my understanding, they're about, what, 2-3 times that size. I bought that from a porn shop, and I made a video where I smashed
what?
it. A porn shop.
A porn shop?
Yes.
Yes.
So they sell these at porn shops?
Yeah.
Is that an actual picture of a...
It may or may not be, but that is exactly what it looks like. It's what
You probably wouldn't do it in the hallway either.
No, they do it in the hallway.
They do?
Yes, in the principal's office, the classroom, the lunchroom. In fact, when I was in Texas rallying, a school bus driver picked up his on the side and waved it to me like that. United States Education Chairman John Kline has the power to sign this bill, get it onto the House floor, off to Tom Harkin in the Senate, and onto Obama's desk. It is not hard to say no more hitting. There is scientific evidence that says children who are abused end up in prison sometimes, depression, on medication. There's low-end jobs. Texas Representative Alma Allen, and you can call her, she told me, she said when children are in school, the state makes about $25 a day. When they're in prison, they make about $100-something a day. We have 19 states where this is occurring, and if they thought it was really keeping them out of trouble, they would keep it also in the schools where children have money. Where this is left in America is primarily in the poorer school districts in those 19 states. And I really want you to understand this, all right? We know that corporal punishment is harmful. Our legislators are hired to protect children. We have shown them the bruises, and I'm going to show you, and I hope this young lady will video the pictures of bruises.
Sure, you have them on
I
there?
actually have a sheet that I'm going to give you.
Okay, yeah, we'd love to see that.
And you could take it.
Okay.
And the thing is that this is not about, oh, they this and they did that. That would be like saying, well, they don't use seatbelts over there, you know how they are. When something is proven harmful, it is up to our Congress to protect. It is the 14th Amendment right of every natural-born citizen to be protected. Where this happens, where these kids in these poor towns are being abused, if they're so ignorant about, they don't know how harmful it is, then why do they arrest the parents when they do the same exact thing? This boy was beaten 3 times in one day, all right? So these children who are receiving this, you can see he's not even much taller than a bathtub, this little one here.
This is a kindergarten girl right here.
They get away with this. I mean, imagine this happening at President Obama's school. We know this is violence. We know that if it happened any place other than on a U.S. school campus, the perpetrator would be arrested. But teachers have full immunity of the law, even to the point of causing fatalities, which they have, and they can go on to another state. By this? Yes, and if you go to my website, you'll see a picture of President Obama.
What's your website called?
TheHittingStopsHere.com.
All right, well, thank you, everybody. I appreciate your time. If you have a card or something.
We appreciate you coming
out.
out.
That quickly,
Thank you.
I think made it great allowed anywhere else.
Oh, okay.
In a prison, if an adult convicted of rape or murder were subjected for this kind of treatment, it would be illegal. The Supreme Court has already said corporal punishment is cruel and unusual punishment when inflicted on an adult convicted of even the worst felony in the world. So why are we allowing it to happen to children guilty of nothing more than chewing gum?
Right.
Exactly. Thank you,
Okay,
Bill.
thank you guys.
Yeah.
John Kline's office, we were told that's a state's issue. Well, W.E.B. Du Bois was told that lynching was a state's issue. And in the past, being a slave, banning that state by state was a state issue. Not an issue of, well, we think we're doing something that is right, because these children are poor primarily. Rich children aren't getting this, and there are certain other groups that aren't getting this. We have not one single statistic of an Asian student being beaten in American schools. We haven't a single student of Middle Eastern school children being beaten like this. We have no statistics of children who are wealthy being beaten like this in schools, but we have lots of black, brown, poor whites, and children having special needs. This is a U.S. terrorist weapon of mass destruction, and many children are being destroyed by this weapon. If it isn't a weapon, why can't I go to a meeting specifically to meet with Representative John Kline? I had to leave this out. The very thing that I am in this city for, to have abolished, they're telling me to leave out because it is a weapon. Okay, so that makes a statement right there. Where is Peter King? He is our Homeland Security. Why is he allowing this in our schools? Chairman John Kline is a representative of the state of Minnesota. This is not permitted. President Obama's daughters go to a school where it's run by the religion, the Quaker religion, and they say we do not believe in any violence. I showed this to President Obama's, the principal of his the school that his children attend, and the principal, his first name was Bruce, he began to cry. This was a man over 6 feet tall who said, I did not know that this was going on. And it made him cry that this is happening in our schools when he's running one of the best schools, especially in Washington, D.C., otherwise our president's children wouldn't be going there. And he said he was in shock. He was so hurt to find out this was going on. So there's all of these reasons why this needs to come to an end. It's classist, it's racist, it's sexist, it's sadistic, and it's happening. Only an unstable teacher will do this. Professional teachers frown upon the use of this instrument of pain.
This is a broken paddle, symbolizes the end of corporal punishment. We want to get rid of it in schools. And this is actually, from what I understand, a small paddle. The ones that use in schools are much bigger than this. But 19 states still allow children to be hit with these boards, and we're out to stop it.
I'm supportive of fair treatment of our children, the children here in the U.S. and as well as in the world. It's important for all of us that this bill get passed. Bill get passed. Bill get passed.